こんにちは、アンセムです。エンデル・フォーゴット・ストーリーズメインクエストを大義のためにを進めていきます。行ってみましょう。太陽の聖堂。
Prophetess. It's just hoping knows what he's doing.
ああ、カリアだ。
Where is this supposed to lead?
こっちの方がいいかな。
Serana, it's good to see you. So, are you ready? The Grandmaster said by tonight Skyrim should have deciphered the old maps.
おお。まあいいか。これ終わったらエンディングまで進む。ない、準備できてるよ。
Alright then, let's wait until nightfall. Go on ahead, I'll follow.
行こうか。二人は
What? Do you know who I am? This is an utter waste of time.
あれ、お兄ちゃんは勝手に休んでるかな。いいか。
A machine that can banish these high ones. The mysteries of this world are endless, aren't they?
Prophetess, there's good news. We were able to decipher the Starling's maps, and we now know where to find the City of a Thousand Floods.
どこですか？
Sharon was just about to explain. Sharon?
Yes. I suppose you already know that Vin hasn't always been like it is now. In the time of the Pyreans, it was one big continent, which they called Pangora. Only the Starfall, in the era of Azataron's madness, split it apart. In other words, the Pyreans dominated the entire world as it was back then. It was a world empire. However, until recently, we always thought that the Empire's capital, the City of a Thousand Floods, was situated somewhere near where Kira is today. We were wrong about that. It was here, in Enderal.
Enderal?
Here.
Here, beneath our feet, to be precise.
Prophetess.
あれ？
We don't know whether it was a coincidence that Malfa's vassals set the foundation of Arkir out of all the places they could have. But they did. The heart of the Pyrean Empire was here, right where we stand. Only it's buried now.
なら降りていく必要があるんだな。だがどうする気だ。地下深くまでトンネルを掘るには何年もかかるだろうに。
True, but there might be another way. Do you know the myth of the Black Guardian? The Endralians believe that there is some kind of demon deep down below the surface, and that you can even hear him scream if you just listen carefully. Rubbish, of course, but I think that these screams are the sound of wind.
Under Ark.
Yes. And if there's wind...
There are tunnels. So are you suggesting that the Undercity's cavern reaches that deep? Into the City of Floods?
into what is left of it. All we need to do is find an entrance point that can lead us down.
Then we leave without further delay. There's no point in leading an army down there, so the four of us will go alone. Prophetess, speak to the Archmagister and tell him to give you the word of the dead and the container for the Numenors. We will need both. He's at the beacon.
Shouldn't we at least think this through before we go?
Ready your equipment. We'll meet at the gate to the Undercity.
Oh. 行くか。
The heart of the Pyrean Empire right below our feet. Unbelievable. You should go and talk to the Archmagister. I'll wait for you at the Undercity.
わかった。じゃあ後でね。こっちか。くしゃみや。
Oh, aren't you... never mind. How can I help you?
悪魔ギストリを探してるんだけど、ここにいると聞いてきたんだよね。
He was. But he went to get something. Why don't you wait until he comes back? I have to admit that it's a great honor to finally meet you in person.
Oh, thank you.
You know, when all this started, when the Grand Master exalted you, I thought it was a sin. Granting an outlander what we have to fight so hard for. But now... Phew! I think Malthus, or whoever sent you, that he did. We owe you a lot. Really.
ありがと
Don't thank me. Say... may I ask you something?
う。いいよ。何？
It. The beacon. Do you really think it'll work? I mean, I'm just a novice, but... if it can really banish the High Ones, how come the Pyreans couldn't save themselves? I just don't understand.
「きっとうまくいく。信じて。
If you say so. You know, I lost someone not too long ago.
お気の
It was
毒
the
に。
Naramese, under the command of that butcher Korik. My family has a small farm near the coast, and when the first of the Naramese ships landed, I immediately rode to them, to get them into the city, into safety.
どうしたの？
I'm sorry.
間に合わなかっ
This
たか。
isn't easy.
うん。
Our farm. It's on a small cliff near the farmer's coast. Just a few miles from Ark. I already had a bad feeling when I set out. And then I saw the smoke. And then there was that smell. And...
何の匂い？
the smell of burnt meat. It was everywhere. I rode faster and faster, and then, when I got to the house, I saw that it was on fire. and that someone had put up 3 crosses, and they were burning too. My mother, my father, and my sister, they were still alive, you know? And I just stood there, and there was nothing I could do. Do you understand? Nothing. And it doesn't matter how I try to look at it. It all amounts to one thing. I was too weak. I was too late, and I was too weak. That wouldn't have happened to you, would it? You would have done something. You would have saved them. Just as you'll save us. If I could just be more like you, then Your flesh. Yes, that's it. All I need is a piece of your flesh. And nothing like that will ever happen again.
Don't move.
But why? Is that so hard to understand? I don't want much, just a small piece of it. But you just don't want to share, isn't that it? You want it all for yourself. Because you're vain. And in all your damn vanity, you don't even see the futility of the whole thing. The beacon won't burn. It never will. Thousands have tried it before you. Thousands who are as arrogant as you are. And they all failed.
How did they say? Just let yourself fall.
Because the light will burn you. It will devour you. Until there's nothing left of you. Nothing but burnt flesh.
Nice and crisp. You're familiar with that, aren't you? Prophetess.
By Malthus, we need to stop them.
うわ、強いな。さすが万人だ。さすが万人だ。強いな。
By the name of the sun, they were possessed. How is that possible? I thought the sigil stone protects us.
うまくいってないのか。投票に何か問題でも。損傷がひどかったりするの？
Of course. Wait. Oh, the damage is within acceptable limits. Nothing we shouldn't be able to repair. But wait, what is that noise?
なんか騒いでるな。
The righteous path. I think you should see this.
あそこは燃えてる。
What in blazes happened here? And what is that noise?
The Neramis. They are in the city. Their entire army.
What? No. This is impossible. This is impossible! And this? What's the meaning of this bloodbath?
I don't know, Grandmaster. The High Ones somehow were able to possess the Keepers here. They tried to destroy the beacon and kill the Prodigy.
What? But the stone,
Grandmaster, you have to see this.
What? That the Naramis are in the city? I know that already.
No, we know how they did it. The true Chessa betrayed us.
Truhios?
Nonsense.
It's the truth. She and almost a third of the keepers followed Bartar's example. Come, you should hear it for yourself. I ordered that the temple gates be closed right away and positioned archers on the battlements. At least for now, none of these Neremese bastards will enter the temple.
Well done.
まあ、ちょっと事の内力が怪しくなってまいりました。今回はここまでといたします。ではまた。